Hello and welcome everyone to the post-match press conference. Yeah, I was going to call them a Jurgen Klopp. Then we've had 7-8 years of Jurgen. It's Arne Slot. But Reds, if you are watching this on the repeat on Friday morning, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Well, I'm going to break down all the key moments to Arne Slot in terms of injury news, of course, and obviously his thoughts on Wolves and Everton going into that game as well. So, Reds, before we get stuck into that, if you are new to Anfield Index, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. If you are watching on Facebook or obviously on X, head over to the YouTube channel on our way to 10,000 subscribers. And yeah, do get involved in the comment section below. If it's absolutely popping off, I'll try and get through every single comment. But if you want to get your comment read out, you can very much drop a super chat. And obviously bumps the queue anyway. Get your thoughts on Liverpool, your thoughts on obviously the press conference, and thoughts on Liverpool this season. So just goes a long way in supporting the channel as well in every bit of the words really for Liverpool. But firstly, we'll go straight into obviously the bit of the press conference anyway. As I said, I won't read out every single quote anyway, but I've just very much got a synopsis really of very much what was acknowledged. But firstly, he was asked Arne Slot about obviously the red card incident. Wait 1 sec, let me get the banner up. Let's see, 1 sec, just get that up. So, in terms of obviously Wednesday night, the question was from the reporter, what was your reaction to Wednesday night's match, and can you clarify the reason for the red card? Anna very much went on to say there's an ongoing process regarding the red card, so I can't go into detail. The emotions got the better of me, especially during the extended extra time. If it could go back, he would very much act differently as well. Obviously, we've done plenty of shows yesterday on the channel. If you haven't checked them out, please do let us all know your thoughts. And obviously David Lynch and obviously Eddie done a fantastic video yesterday. A lot of people did get involved in that regard as well. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to say the least, because we want to see the refereeing performance and standard. But as we know with Arne and most managers in the Premier League, when there's an ongoing case, they can't really comment. And of course, he wants to be in the good books with the referees, of course. But he's only human. I think even football is all about emotion, and the right emotion, most importantly. And of course, obviously with the investigation still going on in regards to Arne Slot, that's the right answer really. So on that one, that was Arne. Was the red card related? Or then reporters did ask with a second question, trying to obviously Arne did try and tell the reporters, try and rephrase it differently. You might be able to answer it in a different way, and address the answer the question directly to in that regard. So reporter replied, was the red card related to the handshake or something said to the referee? Arne replied then, it was more of the emotions of the game, particularly the unexpected length of extra time. I didn't say anything disrespectful to the referee, but the situation escalated as well. So there we go. So that was Arne in regards to that. Yeah, it's one of them, Arne. We were all absolutely fuming after the full time whistle anyway. How did you feel about then the reporters asked this morning, how do you feel about the performance and results from Wednesday's game? Arne went on to add, it felt like we dropped 2 points. Thought a draw might have been very much a fair result given the game's flow. The players showed great mental strength, which gave me confidence for the remaining games. So obviously, yeah, it's that mentality really. And what I think, I don't know if you have gauged from Arne Slot already this season in that regard is very much the mentality from the squad, even when they've gone through adversity as well. Big up there, Steve. How are we, buds? Callum, Gakpo injured or Jotella? We'll get to that in a little second, mate. Obviously, Gakpo is a doubt, but I've got a little segment on the question where he breaks it down. But yeah, which is disappointing. Spoiler alert, Gakpo is injured. He's a big doubt for the game, which is disappointing. But quickly get back on track in terms of the questions. So in terms of obviously Arne was asked, were there anything to learn from the game given the emotional intensity. Arne replied in a summary: the players displayed incredible resilience and togetherness. They defended well against set pieces, which are West Ham, obviously. Everton's strength, the mental strength showed was a big kind of in and around a big positive, really. So just applauding them as well. In regards to the fifth question as well, so there was that. In terms of obviously the red card instance, he mentioned the emotions as well, the upcoming Wolves fixture. In terms of team news as well, Reds, as I said, made some notes on that. Obviously, Trent is available. Arne did say today in the press conference, which is a good big boost. He mentioned obviously the half an hour in which he did give against Everton was a very big one. I think that's massive. And as we've seen with Joe Gomez, I do think we've rushed him back a bit too quick this season. But it's one of them, really. Joe was one of the only very few players that were injured this season. But it's disappointing. And I think we might potentially see him get sold. Joe Gomez and Tyler Morton are still out as expected. And this is the big one, really, chat, obviously, as Callum did allude to there, really, in regards to the into the injury front. Cody Gakpo is doubtful due to a knock, which is absolutely massive. I think considering his overall form this season, I think especially over the last couple of weeks, certainly the last 2 months or whatnot, his goals and assists contribution and even just his impact within games now, I think he's become a lot more clinical. And as we just mentioned there, with the likes of Joe Gomez and Trent and certain, especially Gomez over the years, we've very much rushed him back. So Joe Gomez, obviously Cody Gakpo was the main big key injury update coming out at the back of this press conference. He is a doubt and he won't be very much available. So he's a doubt due to a slight knock. We'll find out the full extent of that in the next week or so. Let's hope it doesn't materialize into a bigger injury. So it's going to be a big miss. And to your question there, Callum, probably anticipate Diogo Jota to play left wing, in all honesty there, Callum, and then obviously Darwin Núñez through the middle. So it's going to be one of them. Or obviously Luis Diaz on the left wing and Jota through the middle. So it's good that we've got those options. But it's all about rotation and not playing players when they're injured. Play them when they're fit and everything. So yeah, the big injury update coming into this game is obviously Cody Gakpo is a doubt due to a knock as well. But so in terms of Curtis Jones, obviously he goes on to say, obviously suspended. We all know that. Mental strength, mentioned that. Slot explained to the players resilience and togetherness, rally through training and discussion. Yeah, so it was very emphasized a lot in regards to the togetherness. He gives up a lot of plaudits to David Moyes as well. Arne Slot, in regards to, you praised David Moyes, but you'd expect what you don't expect, really. Arne did allude to that in that regard. Obviously, quickly touching on the trends. As I just mentioned there, he said the 30 minutes appearance last game, Joe Gomez, Gakpo was a doubt. How do you build? There was a question up there, so apologize, Chas. So you know where for the Wolves game. Yeah. There we go. How do you build the mental resilience for the players as well? Anna did go on to add, mental toughness is developed daily. It's just like tactical training. So mental strength, it's about having that composure as well. So, and obviously it gives up a lot of plaudits. And it was an interesting one where in regards to his emphasis on Matheus Cunha, which was good plaudits for him, for the Brazilian. I think not just for Liverpool fans, but a lot of European sides. Arne did go on to add, saying that the Brazilian could play, and just goes on to emphasise the strength within the Premier League, saying that Matheus Cunha play for, Arne said, any of the top 5 European clubs in world football. So that's big plaudits for the Brazilian. And that just goes to showcase his quality. Maybe Liverpool might be in for him in the future if Arne really does rate him that highly. You never know. Obviously, we did get Jota from Wolves, so I think Liverpool have got a good standing relationship. But it's good that Arne does appreciate his qualities, but I know probably, as we know, a lot of European managers do appreciate his quality as well in that regard. And it's making sure in terms of notes, questions. So yeah, the key quotes to come out with the press conference: emotions got the better of me during the final minutes. Next time I want to handle it differently, as we said at the top of the video. Obviously, he's new to the Premier League referee, so we'll get better with that over time. But in the derby atmosphere, I think everyone's and you could see from the end of the game, obviously emotions did boil over, which was disappointing for both sides. But sadly, we didn't have for both teams a better official in the middle that could have handled the whole game better, really. But it is what it is. Another quote from Arne coming out this morning. We may have lost 2 points, but we gained a lot in terms of the mental resilience of this team as well. Wolves have quality players, like Matani's, just mentioned with that as well. But in terms of obviously Trent is the big one, really. I think we're made up very much to come off the back of this press conference, him coming back into the side as well, really emphasising his quality. And I think it was crucial, obviously, in the press conference today. He did indicate that Trent will be back now. So you'd expect him to go straight into very much the starting 11, really, in that regard. But yeah, that's more or less it, chat. It was only like a 15, 16 minute press conference. It was a lot shorter, 5 minutes shorter for the matter of obviously the one in which we had last week as well. Just making sure I haven't missed any of the key moments, really. Yeah, about the team's mentality. Spoke about the Everton top, didn't we? Obviously, Jones' passion. But yeah, obviously Arne does plan to very much talk to Curtis Jones about better ways. So just have a little word. But I think he understood very much the environments. Arne, he's been around the game for a very, very long time, especially being a player as well. He's been involved in many of the derbies. So yeah, that was it, Reds. It was obviously the main key bit of injury news coming off the back of this press conference. Obviously, Tyler Morton and Gomez still out. Trent is back, and he will be available within the squad, which is fantastic. Obviously, the 30 minutes that he did get against Everton were very big in terms of his rehabilitation coming back into the side, and he'll be training with the Liverpool squad this week as well. So obviously, the game is on Sunday, so there's plenty of preparation time to get going. Gakpo, if you're just tuning in, is going to be a doubt. He won't be a big doubt, obviously, with a knock. Obviously, we did see him going off limping, but we got clarification on the matter from Arne this morning, saying, yeah, he's injured. Didn't necessarily say what the type of injury it was. Just said it was a knock, but maybe in the next couple of days or whatnot, we do see a bit more clarification if they're doing some scans or whatnot. I am pretty sure that'll come out anyway. Main thing is we don't rush Cody Gakpo back, Reds. Arne knows, we all know how important Gakpo's been this year, alongside obviously Salah and certain other players. Of course, the midfield speaks for itself, but I think I've been, and probably a lot of us have been, massively impressed by Gakpo's quality in all areas, not just scoring goals, but even chipping in from wide areas and inside the penalty boxes. Technical understanding has got a lot better. So Reds, it's quickly on the notes, team news. Yeah, so Gakpo out. It's like Arne did allude to obviously Wolves' quality. Spoke about Gary O'Neill as well. Arne, in regards to very much saying that he thinks Gary O'Neill was was harshly treated, really, in regards to his comments, saying. So he felt that the results didn't reflect the way in which Gary O'Neill was playing with his side, especially that Wolves side as well. But if you haven't checked out the latest AI Scouted episodes on the channel, there's a little preview. So if you're not a pro member so far, check out the 12-minute preview on YouTube. And if you want a little taster of what the lads, Carl and Dave, spoke very well in regards to analysing this Wolves side. That's on YouTube as well. But Reds, just there's a lot of quality in this Wolves side. Just Arne did wax lyrical about the qualities, really, as well. He spoke about the mental strength in the title running, praise the team's exceptional mentality, toughness. emphasised the importance, this is from Arne from the press conference, the importance of resilience for the remaining 14 Premier League matches. Believes their togetherness and grit are essential assets in the title race, of course. Yeah, so saying all the right things anyway. So quick summary, you reflect on 2-2 draw. No, yeah, so more or less spot on there, Eds. As I said, the lads, there'll be a couple of shows today as well. Obviously we've got the Daily Red tomorrow. Obviously the watch along, but there's plenty of great content already out across all social media platforms on Anfield Index. If this is the first time watching or tuning in, I'm Jack McIndoe, and welcome to Anfield Index. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. As we said, chat, it was only very much a small press conference, really, in regards to Arne's slot. And it's I'm very to see that he's did I open chat? I do apologize. I think don't tell did I open with I'll have to rewatch this back. Welcome to the press conference. I wish I was managing. Well, no one wishes I was managing Liverpool. Would be in the confidence. But chat, it was a very short one, chat anyway. Make sure you do follow and like, share, and subscribe across all social media platforms as well. As I said, Eddie and obviously David Lynch done a fantastic couple of videos yesterday. They spoke about obviously the refereeing standards in terms of where they can improve and everything, their thoughts on the game. Little bit about an Isaac as well, which was a great positive bit of news. So if you're a big fan of Isaac, David Lynch and Eddie done a great video yesterday. That is on the channel. As we said just then, the Ice Scouted is out at the moment. If you want to listen to its full entirety and get involved with Carl and Dave, you can very much do so. Great analysis of obviously a little bit about the Everton game, but mainly a lot of focus is on Wolves in terms of their tactical strengths and their strengths, of course. And as Arne said in the press conference today, it was very much he said the team's better than it currently is, lied, really 17th in the Premier League. And I think we all know that. I think when we've watched Wolves and when we have played against Wolves in the last couple of seasons, even under Jurgen Klopp as well, they very much provided Liverpool with a lot of threats. And the main thing, as Arne did emphasise, just got to get back on track, really, after that derby. And try and not let our emotions within games. We've got to handle that much better. And that's what Arne did say this afternoon as well. But Reds, as I said, follow on all social media platforms. On the road to 10k. If you are watching on Facebook or you on X, head over to our YouTube channel. Massive thank you to everyone that has subscribed as well. If you are new, it's very much appreciated. You absolute legends. And plenty to get stuck into this week. Obviously, the watch along will be on Sunday. The Gag Standing show will be on Sunday as well. Just quickly on my notes. So obviously Daily Red will be out today as well, as always is the case, for all the latest Liverpool news as well as it happens. And I'm pretty sure Dave will obviously mention a bit of news off the press conference as well that we've mentioned today. So, Reds, been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for tuning in. But to quickly go through a couple of comments. But as I said, always, if you are watching on the repeat, do get involved in the comment section below. Me or anyone from the team of Anfield Index, or even a great community of Reds from around the world will, of course, get involved and reply to you and get involved and have a good chatter in the comment section below. But Reds, drop a follow on Facebook, YouTube, across all social media platforms. If you want to keep up to date on all things Liverpool related, make sure you do subscribe and follow Anfield Index on all social media platforms as well. And this was the press conference, the pre-press conference. The presser. There we go. Yeah, the presser. It is the presser. I'm not the one getting interviewed, sadly, for the Liverpool manager's job. But quickly get through the last couple of comments there. Massive thank you for Callum and everyone getting involved today. Probably anticipate Diaz to play in the left, mate, and possibly, obviously with Gakpo being a miss, but it's that rotation, mate. We have 3 games in 7 days. Coming thick and fast there, Callum. Plenty of great content. It's going to be a very busy period for everyone on Anfield Index, but for every Liverpool fan, of course. This is what you want to be in. You want to get involved with everything with Liverpool. If you're not involved in contention with all these, you know Liverpool are playing well. That's what you want. I'm pretty sure that's, as much as it will be an extremely difficult physical period for Arne and the lads, they'll get their heads down and keep on working well, like they already have already this season. But yeah, let's hope Gakpo's back quicker rather than later. But let's not rush him back. And yeah, let's put this bloody midweek game past us and focus on, and let's hope and strive towards a big 3 points on Sunday. Every point matters really, and that point, come what the end of May, hopefully on Wednesday night, is a very important one as well. But Mr. Wah, no, thank you, mate. Thank you to everyone. As I said, we go again. If you are watching on repeat, do get involved as well. But Reds, as I said, daily Red will be out today, and there'll be plenty of other content on the channel. But if you want to head over and get involved with more of what Anfield Index has to offer, become an Anfield Index Pro member. That's £3.33 a month. We do produce over 75 free plus podcasts as well in a month, and of course over 600 plus articles. If you want to head over to anfieldindex.com to find out even more and get involved with all the great analysts and great obviously presenters and everyone involved, and obviously head journalists as well, you're very welcome to get involved. And yeah, Reds, it's been an absolute pleasure. I've been Jack McIndoe, and hope you have enjoyed today's episodes, and if you have, do drop a like. It'd be very much appreciated as well. But everyone, have a lovely rest of your day anyway. Nearly the weekend. And yeah, let's get back onto winning ways on Sunday. I think we will. I think we all will. Reds, see you later. And you never walk alone. Ta-ra.